Hello everyone, this is President Parrish Black of the Inner City Crusaders. Parrish Black, also known as Parrish the Prophet, and Parrish Black, the Man of God. Today is December 24th, 2011, time 3:30 p.m., a Saturday afternoon. This video is about a dream I had on December 22nd, 2011, and this video is about our son, or something to appear to be our son. The first thing I recall about this dream is that I found myself inside a waiting area. I believe this waiting area was inside an airport. I noticed that I was wearing maybe spring or summer wear. And then I noticed a young black woman. She was sitting across from me. She sat upon a bench, and I believe she had a suitcase with her. Next thing that took place in this dream was that now I heard my mother tell me to go over there to speak with her. So I walked towards the young woman, and I say hello, and she say hello to me, and she had risen up from sitting, and she was very glad to see me. Next thing that took place inside this dream was now the young woman and I, we were outside. I believe it was a late afternoon or an early evening. It may have been spring or summertime as well. We began to walk forward, and I noticed there were projects in front of us. And I noticed we had to walk through the projects to get to these buildings. And we had to cross this path here. So while we were walking, I became somewhat nervous because I do not like projects at all. More or less, projects and I do not get along. Well, in any case, I noticed the young woman also appeared that she didn't like the projects as well. She didn't say much, but she just more or less grabbed my left arm, and then I asked, can I carry her suitcase? I noticed the suitcase was rectangular, was brown, and it appeared to have a lot of things inside it. So we were walking for it and about to enter the projects, and then I looked up and I seen this. I seen this whitish, yellowish, gigantic spherical object sitting in the sky. I couldn't really tell if this was our sun or something else, but in any case, I told the young woman, well, you see this thing in the sky? Well, you know the Earth is approximately 93 million miles away from the sun. And then while I was finishing up this sentence, I heard a white woman's voice telling me, oh, it's all about Venus. It's all about the angry goddess Mother Venus. It's all about Venus. I recognized the voice from a video I made. And the video I made was about planetary alignments, and also about Venus as well. So I woke up from the dream, and I laid in my bed thinking about what I just dreamt about. And something told me, well, get up and go towards the window to see if you see the planet Venus. I woke up from this dream around 5:17 p.m. So I exited the bed, I walked towards my bedroom window, and I attempted to look through the window, which I did. And I couldn't see Venus. I was expecting to see Venus around this time, because the sun really sets around 5:30 here in New York City, but I couldn't see Venus because a great deal of clouds and chemtrails in the sky. So a thought came to my head, well, go to the video I made about Venus and the planetary alignments, which I will show you guys right away. This video that contains the woman, which says all about Venus, can be found in my YouTube channel called P41249. And the name of this video is called Parrish's Signs to Coming Fulfillment, Section 9, Letter V, Parrish Prophecy 5, Reload. And this video has this woman mentioning, but even though it says it's been uploaded December 21st, but this video is more or less a reload. I got it from my other channel called Captain Parrish. The title is still the same, and I originally uploaded the video, this video, on June 3rd, 2011. I did some research June the 2nd, 2011, a couple of days ago, about 3 eclipses that was scheduled to take place here in June, and I came across a lady mentioning about the 3 eclipses, and she also was reading an article from space.com, and this woman, after she was reading additional stories on space.com after the top stories about the 3 eclipses, then the middle story, or the middle paragraphs, was about 4 planets, I believe, that will line up with the moon during the Memorial Day weekend. Then she continued to go down space.com webpage, and then she mentioned something about Venus. And I just want you guys to listen to what she's saying about Venus, because this is the only person outside the woman that told me in my dream to look at Venus. So I want you guys to check out this video.
This happened last time. How rare is this? How lucky are we to see this? Well, when was the last time someone saw this? You know, I mean, that's just human nature to want to know that those things, to be curious about that. But no, we don't get any of that from space.com, which is just another mouthpiece for NASA. Okay, we must remember that. And so we go down here, and once again I'll link the article, we can go through it all. But I have found a couple of things which just stuck out to me, because lately I've been looking at Venus, folks. Venus. It's all about Venus. Let me tell you, Venus is not what she seems, and the ancients knew that, and I'm starting to understand that, and some people that I'm working with are starting to understand that. Venus is very much not just the beautiful, sensitive, quiet, adorning, glamorous planet in the sky that we think she is. Venus is known to turn into the angry goddess too, and this is also present in all of the ancient texts when they talk about the goddess mother and the angry goddess. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind about Venus.
Okay, also I want to show you, the audience, 3 or 4 dreams that were given to me about Venus. The first one is about an elderly woman, an elderly white woman, telling me to look up in the sky to see Venus. So let me show you this first dream. The dream title is Parrish's Future Prophecy, Part 5, Section 10, 1 and 2, letter V. This is a reload. I originally uploaded this video on May 21st, 2011, and this video is inside my YouTube channel called Amazing 2007 Full. This is Section 10, letter V. There are 4 dreams in this piece that begins with the letter V. There's one dream about the Vatican. There are 2 dreams about the planet Venus. And there's one dream about a volcano. The first number in this piece is the number 1. This piece is called Section 10, 1, Venus Dream, or S10 1, VENSD. This dream is a continuation from a dream in Parrish Prophecy 5, which featured me jokingly stating that I am able to lift up the Empire State Building. And this, like I said, this dream of me trying to lift up the Empire State Building jokingly is in letter E of Parrish Future Prophecy 5. Okay, so after I try to lift up the Empire, jokingly try to lift up the Empire State Building, I then found myself inside some kind of building that was high up. This building might have been a building that had 10 stories, or maybe 11 stories. The reason why I say this is because I briefly looked at out the window of this 10 or 11-story building, and I think I was able to see the street lights below from a 10 or 11-story height. Then I noticed I held in my right hand a small container of milk. It was daytime. The sky outside was somewhat blue. Then I also noticed I wore a short sleeve shirt. Then I spotted a short, elderly white woman who had face full of wrinkles, or face with wrinkles, and she had white hair. She stood on my right. Then she pointed her right index finger to the window, and she told me to look at Venus. I looked back at the window, and I looked up, and I looked to the window, and I told her, no, that's not Venus, that's the moon. No, and then she told me the second time, no, look up at Venus, look at Venus. So I turned away from her and I looked through the window, and I looked up into the sky, and I noticed something bright, a small sphere next to the moon. And I noticed also clouds were coming in. Then I started to focus on this white object in the heavens that were next to the moon more intensely. But a small amount of gray clouds came in and blocked out the white small object and the moon. Then I heard a lot of people cheering behind me. I turned around and I spotted lots of men, mostly white men. They were cheering at a football game, which I believe was a college football game they were watching. And then I woke up from this dream. And I have a small drawing of what I seen when the lady told me to look up into the sky. And I first told her, no, that's the moon. No, she said, look at Venus. No, she said, look at Venus. So I gave a second look up into the sky, and I seen the planet Venus. Yeah, this is what I see in the sky. So, this is the planet Venus. Put this down here for a second. Okay, so, as you see, this is the moon. And this small white ball-like object that I see is not too far from the moon. Well, the lady told me that this object is actually the planet Venus. Now I must stress. Okay, so see, here's the moon, and this is Venus. And in this dream, Venus apparently was close to the Earth. I believe that this thing that I thought was our sun, this, the big whitish yellowish object I thought was our sun, or, in retrospect, it may not be our sun, it could be something else. Anyhow, whatever's coming in is going to push Venus, other planets that's more or less near our sun, closer to the Earth. After I thought about this dream, after I dreamt about that big whitish yellowish sphere and a spherical object in the sky, I remember I dreamt also about Venus next to the planet Saturn. And I believe this dream was given to me in 2009 or 2010. Let me show you that dream.